And welcome back to the second part. So what I want to do now is to create a database so that we can add all of these straight onto the database itself. So first thing, let's open up my SQLite 3. So I'm going to start by clicking on create new right here. I believe you guys must have install SQLite 3. I will also include the link to download and install SQLite 3. So I'm going to save my file. Let's look for where I have my program, somewhere right here, and scroll right down. There we go, and it's called hotel, something like that. Yeah, that's where I'm going to save my database. Let's just call it hotel DB. There. Now I have hotel DB, so we're going to create a table. So the table name, I'm just going to call it hotel. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. Now the very first one is going to be customer. Click on add field, customer. Let's just call it cost reference. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm going to change that to text because I'll just change it to text. That's cool. What about primary key? Let's get primary key, and you cannot leave it without any data inside the reference. Now, yeah, cost ref is fine. It's good enough. The next one is going to be first name. And followed by surname. We'll enter address. And I will just speed that up. So let's say postcode. Right. So let's speed that up. Alright guys, I've finished up with the naming of all of the fields. Look at it. In total I have about 16. So let's move this down a little bit. Okay, those are the names. And that is the name of the table. Maybe we should just call it, yeah, hotel DB. Why not? Right, all we just need to do now is click on OK, and that's it. There we go, my database is created, and I'm just going to show you the location where it is saved. Right there, it is saved right here. Okay, the other thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need a driver. Maybe I should add a driver right here, and I'm just going to press Window E so that I can open up where I have my driver on my desktop here somewhere. Just copy and paste it in there. Where is it? Yeah, somewhere here. And right here, that's my driver. I'm just going to copy and just paste it into my project folder here. There we go. So I have driver for the calendar and a driver for my SQLite. So we can minimize this for now, close this, we don't need that anymore, and let's get back to our program. So now, okay, to get this system rolling, we now need to create a class that I will use for this hotel DB itself. But first thing, before I proceed, let me come in here. You see the table? I've just selected my table, and let's go right in here. It's here somewhere. Drop this down, and that is the table property. I just want to change this to check-in, from check-in to dates DB. So come right here, select that. Let's add this to that so that I can select it. Right. So that will be date in. Yeah, and this one will be date out. check in and check out. Right, that's good enough. Okay, correction. There we go. Correction is made. Let me get rid of this row. Come in here. Where is it? Convert that to 0. There. Now, the next thing we want to do is, I'm going to collapse this for now. Let's collapse this as well. We need to open up the package explorer right in here. You see, that's my file hotel. I'm going to right click on it because I want to add a class. Go to new and let's add class. That is it right there. Click on class, and that class, maybe we should give it a name. We'll just call it hotel. Hotel DB entry. Let's use all lowercase. Hotel DB. No, let's just say hotel entry or hotel data in uppercase. Yeah, hotel data. That's fine. I'm going to leave the setting the way it is or as it is. Let's just click on finish. Now that's hotel data open up for me. Now before I go any further, I'm going to import as follows. Import java.sql.all. The star represent all, and I will also import JavaX swing. Okay, so let's do that, and that will be JavaX swing dot star there. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to create a public say public static, and I'm going to call that connection equals connectDB. Okay, let's say DB, enter curly braces, and in here what I want to do with this very public class that I've just created is, first of all, I'm going to add try cache. So let's come in here, let's enter cache underneath here, and this cache is going to be a section E, and there. Okay, let's go straight into my try here. So I'm going to say class dot for name, which is right here, and the name is going to be hug dot SQLite dot JDBC in uppercase. Close that and enter semicolon here. The next thing is, and I want this connection to connect my database, so I'm going to just copy and paste that here. So connection con, that's the variable that I'm going to use, equals driver manager dot get connection. And what connection are we talking about? So it's going to be, let's enter semicolon in there, just speech mark, so in here I'm going to just put it down here. Let's say JDBC column SQLite column. Now I now need the location of the database that I created, so I'm going to go right in here into my folder here. That's my database. Hold on to your shift key and right click, then select copy path. The shift key, right click and select copy path. There, minimize that, and right in here I'm now going to paste the directory that I've just copied right in there and delete this off. There we go, delete this as well. There, that is taken care of. Now let's use the message box to confirm. That's just to confirm connection. So I'm going to say J option thing dot show message. And what message do I want in there? So let's say no, comma, and I'm going to just enter in there connection made. There, and that takes care of that. Let's ask it to return. There we go. And underneath here, let's ask it to display a message if there's any connection errors. I'm just going to copy this. If I copy both and just paste them in here, this one will be connection error. And connection, nope, nope one. There, that is it. That's my class for database connection taken care of, so that's fine. I will now call this class within my system. It's called hotel database. So let's go into my system right here. Now let's go straight into the code view right there. And right underneath here, I'm going to create some object that will connect my database. So I'm going to start by creating connection that will be con, and that is equals to down value. Now the next one is going to be prepared statement that I will call PST equals nothing as well. And finally I'm going to now use call result sets. That will be nothing as well. There we go. So as you can see, I have an error, and that is because I've forgotten to import the following right there. So let's come in here. I'm going to drop this down right underneath. I'm going to import the following. Let's go for import java.sql.star. There. Hopefully that should take care of that error. I don't want to import everything about JSwing because I feel I have enough here for now. But if I have any problem, I'm going to have to import it all. Let's come right down and continue our work. Okay, the other thing we need now is to also add my default table model. There we go. I'm just going to copy that and come right down here instead of typing right down there. Paste that model table, default table model. I'm going to say equals model and equals table equals new model. Enter parentheses here. There, that should take care of that. So now, what else do we need? We need to create a function that will update the whole system for me. Okay, right underneath here, I'm going to just enter my I'm going to call that public void updates. Maybe we'll call that update table. And this is very function. I will use that to connect all of my the class where I have my database connectivity. So let's go back in here. Enter coil braces there. I'm just going to add a little bit of space between this and that. Okay, now come right here. I'm going to start by saying con equals the very name of my class is known as hotel data. Hotel data dot connect DB. Enter semicolon. If you guys can still recall, I have my connect DB right here. Okay. Now, so we're using if statement here. We just need to say if connect or if con is not equals to nothing. Let's open up a coil braces as well. What we then want the system to do is to add all of my field into a string variable that I'm going to call SQL equals, using selection statement, select the following cost, I think I call it cost ref. Okay, and the next field is going to be first name. We have surname, address, we have postcode, we have mobile, email, and let's just speed that up. Okay, I had to speed up all of the fields. There they are. In total I have about 16. Okay, so let's take it down here. Alright, enter semicolon. So I'm just going to break it into two so that you guys can see it all. There. Now let's add try catch just to sort out whatever problem we might have if we run into an error. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this try catch here. Yeah, copy that and paste it right underneath here. I can change whatever I don't need, get rid of this, and right in here. Now let's put this down like this. Okay, right in there, the first thing I like to do is let's put this down as well. I want my prepared statement, the variable that I use for my prepared statement, to get connection from the prepared statement here, and that is going to be right inside the SQL that the variable SQL that I have up there. And here let's add semicolon. Now what else do we need? Oh, if you notice I have an error here. Why? Because I've already closed this if statement. This should be right underneath here. Let's come down here. There. Okay, so if I type in this again, what you see is it will actually select this immediately. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I say dot prepared statement, look at it. Okay, it's even right there. It's recognized it immediately. It didn't recognize it earlier on because of that coil braces up there. So that is fine. So the next thing is going to be the result set equals prepared statement dot I want you to execute the query for me. There we go. Enter semicolon. Now let's create an object. This object will take care of every single fields that I have. So I'm going to say objects. Let's make that an array. This object, I'll just name it column data equals new object data. And in there, in total, I have 16 fields. Enter semicolon. There. Now let's use an iteration using while result.next. Okay, right there. Okay, why that one is, so let's use a curly braces here. So my very first object or very first column is, or very first row, that is going to be known as 0, and that is going to be equals result.get string, and what is the name of that very object? So it's going to be known as cost ref. I think cost ref. Yeah, that's the very first one. Let's come in here, enter semicolon, and this one should be uppercase really. That's the very first one. The second one is first name and so on. So I'm just gonna copy that. It's 16 in total. So let's add these 7 times. Right, and this will be 1. And so on. Okay, I have all the field prepared, so I just need to change the name. So this one is first name. Now surname. We have address. We have postcode right underneath, followed by mobile. And so on, guys. And there. So I have all my fields in place. Now let me take care of, let's say, model dot add each row. There we go. And the role is, we're talking about this array. There we go. And that take care of that. Now let's take care of this my card. I'm going to say, let's come in here. I'm just going to copy this. Right, just copy this one and just paste that message box in here. Right. Okay, that should take care of that. So connection error here, or you can even say E. Okay, either of the two. So let's undo that and just leave connection error in there. Right, let's come right down here. Now we need to initialize this very update table. I'm gonna copy that. Scroll right down here, and right where we have our okay, there we go, right here. I'm going to initialize that. There we go. Right. Okay, we can even try it out now. So, but it's going to give me an error, and I'll explain why we end up with this very error. Click on that. There, close that. We have an error, so let's come in here. Just want to show you guys one thing. You see, right inside this reference libraries, I was meant to add this very jar file. So to do that, okay, open up the reference library, right click on it, and when we right click on it, we want to go to build path. But before then, you guys still record this very jar file I added into the project directory. I need to call this right in here, and this very file is what you're looking at here. Okay, so I'm now going to do the right thing. Right click on it, build path, configure build path, and let's go to add external jars, and right here look at my hotel, and this is the file. I'm now going to click on that very file and then click on open. Then we select apply and close. There we go. Look at it, it's right there now. Okay, so let's move this so that you can see it. There's it right there. I will now run the program and there won't be an error anymore. Let's see. Let's click on run. There. Okay, there we go. That's it. Connection made, but it's still going to give me an error. Why? Because we haven't add the rest, we haven't initialized the rest. So I'm going to click on OK, and this very error I get in here is right from inside my program. It's got nothing to do with my database. So let me show you the error. This error is not from here, it is from here. Let's come right down here. Now go up. That's this very error message because there's nothing in there. And to prove that to you, I'm just going to enter maybe QQQ in there. Okay, just to prove that is this error that we're getting. It's not the error from the database. So let's go back into the program and just run it, and you see we just need to complete the connection, and that'll be all. But officially connection is made directly to the class with the connector. You see that? QQQ. Connection error QQQ. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the program is working the way I want. Now, what is left for me to do is right underneath this initialize, and I need to carry out the following. So let's create an object there. So that object will be for my, let's say, object column. Make it an array. An object column equals the following, which I will enter inside the curly braces since it's an array, and I'll need the names of every single component. Okay, let's come up here and just copy them. There they are. I'm going to copy it from here all the way. Copy everything and paste it right in here. There we go. I will now add speech mark to each individual fields. So I may have to speed that up because it's going to take some time. There. And there we go. All we need to now do is enter semicolon there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say module dot set. So that will be dot set column identifier. Where is it? There we go, right there. And I want you to identify my object there called column there. And the next thing is I'm now going to call the table that I added onto my form. So let's say table dot select mode or set mode, and that will be model. There we go. Now we say count equals data hotel. That will be hotel data. that will be hotel data right here. Hotel data dots connect. Hotel data dot connect db. Enter semicolon. Now we also need to just let's get the update after all of this. I'm going to paste the update right underneath here, so that is fine. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, I might as well just give it a try and see how it works after this initialize codes. Let's come in here, save that and run it. Let's see. Yep, we get the connection. Oh, we have an error. Look at that. And I presume, I have a feeling that is from here. So what I'm going to do is, you see this? I'm going to get rid of that. I need it to pinpoint. I'll just put E so that the system tell me where the error is. So let's put E. I'm going to go back in here, run the program again and see. Let's see what's going on. I have my connection. Okay, it's telling me it's not identifying this field. And let's just see my initial lines of code. Oh boy, right here, look at that. I was meant to call my database. Okay, that's meant to be from where? From hotel db. So be careful, guys. These little things, we just mess things up for you. I was meant to call the database from here, so I'm going to give that a try again. Let's run it now and see. Let's see. Yep, connection made. Yeah, look at that. That's brilliant. It's now working fine. That's good. Okay, so just run it one more time. That's fine. There we go. There. So all I need to do now is to take care of this. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of the second part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.